I am really excited for this video because today we are counting down the top 10 most popular gaming blockchains going into 2024. Personally, I've been out of the space a bit, traveling, so now that I am back, I want to know how many people are actually playing crypto games right now, what blockchains are people actually playing on, how many daily active users do each of these chains have, and what are their market caps, are there any investing opportunities, and which chain should I be looking into to find fun crypto games? If you want the answer to any of these questions, then you click on the right video. My name is Jake, you're watching On-Chain Gaming, and a big thumbs up if you're excited for this one, and let's jump into it. Alrighty here, so let's just start off right now. We're counting down, we're gonna go from 10 all the way to 1 and count up and look at the number 10 most popular blockchain at the beginning of 2024, specifically for gaming. So this is Celo. Now, this number that you see right here, 52,000, is the average number of daily active wallets that are currently doing transactions on this blockchain. That means that they're being active. This other number that you see underneath is the percentage month-over-month change going from December of last year to the beginning of 2024. So Celo has had quite a big drop off in the number of daily active wallets here, but let's take a quick look at this chain before we jump to number 9. So if you look here at the last year, you can see we're trading almost in the exact same place that we were 1 year ago, only a 1.2% change. And if we switch to max, you can see that we are down quite a lot from the peak that we hit of around $8 back in 2021 when most of these blockchains peaked. But what exactly is Celo? So if we hop over to their website here, you can see that Celo is it's scaling on Ethereum, with real-world solutions leading to a thriving new digital economy for all. So it is a layer 2 for Ethereum that I'm sure provides faster transaction speeds, lower transaction costs, and is a blockchain, a layer 2 blockchain that different Web3 games can build on. And right now it's doing fairly good, coming in at number 10 on our list. Oh, I forgot, we didn't actually talk about the market cap. This is going to be really important because we want to figure out, are any of these chains far more active, like they have a lot more going on than the actual market cap kind of counts for, and hopefully find some discrepancy. What are the most popular blockchains with the least market cap currently, because that might be a bit of an arbitrage opportunity for those of you guys who are interested in the investing side of it. So the market cap right now for Celo is $384 million, fully diluted $729 million. So it's not quite a $1 billion blockchain, at least not yet, but ending up in the top 10 is pretty good. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, you already have your favorite blockchain and you're kind of like hoping like, oh, is my blockchain gonna come up? Is the one I like gaming on gonna come up? Well, let's see. This is now number 9. So this is the 9th most popular on-chain gaming blockchain going into 2024. And it is Klaytn. Klaytn, it is Clay if you're looking for the ticker on it. 58,000 average daily active users, which is up 19% month over month. And if we look at the 1 year chart, once again, it is very flat on a 1 year basis. And if we expand it out to all time, you can see once again, it had its peak back in 2021. This one peaked a little bit earlier than Celo did, but it peaked around $4 and now it's about 21 cents. So I really think we are still in the crypto gaming bear market. But you can see the market cap of this one, the daily active wallet's not much higher, but the market cap is a lot higher already than Celo. $746 million market cap, fully diluted $1.2 billion. And if we check out the website here, you can see Klaytn is a sustainable and verifiable blockchain built for all. It is an open source blockchain designed for tomorrow's on-chain world. And I should say, guys, that this video, this content is not meant to be investing advice. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes. And I am just trying to give you guys kind of a jump pad to launch off of on your own research when you're both trying to figure out, where do I find crypto games that I want to play, and where should I, kind of a starting point for where you should potentially look to research further to find different chains and coins that you might want to invest in for upside. If you think that a crypto gaming bear market might arise after the Bitcoin halving or something like that, as coins start to get new life, when coins start going up, that will bring the interest back. These games might potentially start getting a lot more users again, and well, bang, the crypto gaming space is back alive. So we're kind of trying to preempt that a little bit and understand where the space is and where we might be able to take an advantage of a re-engagement, new interest in what is going on. So the next blockchain that we're looking at right here is Flow, the Flow blockchain. And let's see here. This one has 71,000 daily active users. So about almost 20,000, or I guess 15,000 more than the last one. And the market cap is already 1.2 billion. So you can already see, and we're gonna find some discrepancy here where we start getting like a lot more daily active users and the market cap actually starts getting lower, which is where we might find the opportunity. But at least in number 10, 9, and 8 of the most popular blockchains, you can see the market cap of these coins is going up pretty drastically, maybe even more than the daily active users is up. But this is a $1.2 billion current market cap. However, it looks like most of the supply is already out. That is if CoinGecko is accurate, and we shouldn't see that much more dilution in Flow. Once again, if CoinGecko is accurate, definitely do more research into this one. But it's up 14%. Month over month. And for those of you guys who are not familiar with the Flow blockchain, their goal is to bring Web3 mainstream. It is a permissionless layer 1, so it's not built on Ethereum or any other blockchain. It is a layer 1 blockchain empowering developers to create limitless Web3 apps for mainstream adoption. They do have a partnership with Disney. And they've done pretty well actually with some of their partnerships and are working with some pretty big teams out there. So that is the first 3 blockchains. You're gonna notice that the number of users as we keep moving forward here, it starts to expand pretty fast. So next up here we have Oasis. And this has 132,000 average daily active wallets, which is actually, it made a big jump here. Oftentimes when you see a big jump like this, it's because a new game, a new decentralized app launched on the chain, which brings this new interest. And then the question is, well, can you maintain those daily active wallets? Or do people find out, hey, this game's not actually that fun, and you have these massive drops like we saw a little bit earlier on in this list. But this one currently doing well. Once again, on the 1 year, it's up just a little bit. But check this out. The market cap of this coin right now, OAS, is currently only $195 million. However, you have to look at that fully diluted market cap as well, which CoinGecko is saying is a little over $1 billion. So as far as circulating supply goes, this coin is definitely quite a bit cheaper than several of the blockchains that have a lot less monthly users. However, this was almost a 50% jump, which means that in the end of 2023, this chain had more like 70 or 80,000 average daily active wallets. So actually, let's check out the website for this one as well really quick. You can see it is Unreal Games made well is their tagline here. It combines the best of public and private blockchain technologies to deliver a seamless, speedy, and zero gas fee blockchain gaming experience. And you can obviously check out the website. I'll have all the websites for each of these coins linked in the description below. If you want to continue researching this blockchain and what advantages it has. Now, one thing that you'll notice here is that there are a lot of different blockchains as we continue moving forward. I mean, we're looking at the top 10 here, and there's even more beyond this top 10. And it's kind of difficult sometimes to know what really differentiates them. Like, what actually makes the technology of one better than the technology of another one. And a lot of them, they say like, this is for faster transactions, this is for cheaper transactions, this is for more sustainable, this is for developers to build on, this is to bring blockchain gaming mainstream or Web3 mainstream. And they all kind of like say these similar things, but the question is really going to be in the action. How good are these blockchains at actually bringing developers on board to build, because developers bring users, and eventually I think that we are going to have some winner take most like top several blockchains that went out. And another thing that you'll notice is several of these blockchains also build on Ethereum, which kind of is what makes Ethereum so safe, is that you have these layer 2s using Ethereum that are doing very well. So coming up next, we have Wax. Been on the screen for a second here. But Wax has consistently been one of the top most used blockchains. It just has very low transaction speeds, very, very fast transaction speeds and low transaction cost. As I mentioned, a lot of these are trying to do to make you need quick blockchain transactions if you're going to be doing anything gamified, because in a game, you don't want to have to wait for these blockchain transactions. You can't wait 20 minutes, 5 minutes, even 2 minutes. Really slows down any sort of gameplay that's on the blockchain. But users down 12%, which is, that's probably a normal. I'm sure it fluctuates quite a bit. Nothing drastic here. So they've been keeping up this sort of user base for a while. You can see the price of Wax is down quite a bit over the last year. I mean, quite a bit. It's down from, 7.5 cents to 5.5 cents here. If we look at the max chart, you can see, wow, that spike when it first launched. They're down a ton from that. But if we just look back to 2021, when most of these things spiked, Wax was almost at $1. Now we are at 5 cents. So yeah, that's quite a big drop here, and that's why a lot of people have lost interest in this space. However, if these chains are going to survive and there's going to be a new bear market, then you want to be buying back in, at 5 cents, and not once the bull run starts and it's like 80 cents and you're like, oh my gosh, it's back, and you buy in there. I mean, maybe we have a higher high than we had last time, but obviously, looking at this chart here, you can see that the high that we had in 2021 was not a higher high than the initial coin offering. And I do want to just like make one little point here, taking a break from this list. ICOs are a lot like IPOs. And if you don't know, ICO stands for initial coin offering. IPO is in the stock market. It stands for initial public offering. And Warren Buffett says IPO stands for it's probably overpriced. It's probably overpriced, because when these companies, it's the same in the stock market as in the crypto market, first launch their asset into for the public, they're normally not pricing it somewhere where they're like, we want to give the public a super good deal. Normally they're trying to raise money. And oftentimes there's a lot of hype around the ICO. So there's like all these new news publications covering it. Oftentimes these companies reach out to YouTubers and they're like, can you make a video about it? We're about to do our ICO. So you have the most interest, the most hype, the most kind of artificially created FOMO at the moment when the coin first gets launched to the public, and then you have something like this happen where it just like, it can't sustain it. It just doesn't, it's not built out enough to maintain that sort of price. Oftentimes as well, there's a lot more coins that they want to launch eventually after the ICO, so it can trade up a ton because there's such a small supply out. So just be really careful about getting into initial coin offerings, because that's oftentimes when the earliest investors who invested before things went public cash out. It's like the opportunity to cash out in the public, and the public, you know, pays for the cash out. It's a lot better if you want, and if you believe in something like Wax. I mean, you could have waited if you were like, wow, this is so cool back in 2018. You could have waited all the way until now, and who knows what the price is going to do in the future. But I can tell you that you're a lot more likely to get gains buying Wax at 5 cents than you were buying Wax at $3 or $2.50. Now, maybe we do surpass that sometime in the future, but it's impossible to really know. Now, if you do look at this market cap, there is probably some opportunity in Wax right now. $192 million is the market cap. Fully diluted, we're looking at only $212 million. That is a lot smaller market cap with far more daily active wallets than a lot of the blockchains that we looked at before this. Now, let's check out the website here. You can see Wax calls themselves the most proven Web3 ecosystem for gaming and NFTs. And obviously, I'll have wax.io linked in the description, and you can check it out to hear kind of their pitch and see what games are currently playable on the Wax blockchain. But now let's go to number 5. So we are now in the top 5. Wax was number 6. So we're getting here. This is the top half of the list here. The most popular gaming blockchains in 2024. Here we go. So next up we have Near. And yeah, okay. So wait, no, next up we have SKALE. I might have messed something up here. Okay, yeah, I think I did. I think I didn't have it quite 100% set up, but we can pull it up here really fast. Not a big issue. So you can see SKALE right now, $400 million market cap. It is up a little bit on the 1 year. If we pull it out all the way to the max, you can see this is a coin that actually launched right before this kind of in the last bull market is when SKALE was released. We got up to about 90 cents, and now we're about at 7 cents. But I mean, right here, you can see this is like double the valuation of Wax. Now we do have more daily active wallets, but it is down 22% year over year. And I actually don't know that much about this blockchain personally because it is a lot newer. So I wasn't aware of it in the last bull market, but it says SKALE is the world's fastest blockchain. I wonder if that's actually true or not. I would need to like see some testing and stuff like that. But if so, that is interesting because speed, I think, is very important in Web3. So easily create invisible Web3 experiences designed for fast, secure, user-centric Ethereum scaling. So this does look like it is a layer 2 on Ethereum, as it is an Ethereum scaled layer 2 blockchain. But yeah, you can see total unique wallets is almost 15 million. However, only 172,000 of them are active now. However, we are still in that bear market. So that one looks pretty interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to do more research on that one myself. And if any of you guys think that that looks interesting, definitely do more research yourself as well. Also, I would like to know which of these blockchains, as we're going through this list, we're now in the top 4, would you like me to do dedicated videos on? Because I can do deep dives into each of these chains. I probably should regardless. So would you like maybe a dedicated overview of each of these top 10 most active blockchains? And it can just be one video for each chain and we can really figure out everything, see how fast is it compared to the average, how expensive is it, what games are on it. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? Let me know in the comments below. But now let's go to the number 4. I did spoil it. Sorry about that in my little mistake that I had here. But the number 4 blockchain for daily active wallets is Near, 187,000. It's only down 1% month over month. But going into 2024, Near is, in the top 4, showing itself to be a real player here. So market cap of this one, wow, we're looking at $3.2 billion dollars, fully diluted. It looks like it is almost fully diluted, but $3.6 billion fully diluted. So I mean, if you just like compare that to Wax, which is like a little over 200 million, yeah, that's like what, a 10x in valuation. There definitely is not a 10x in number of users. They do have significantly more daily active users, but you can kind of see, the difference here. Now, obviously the team's gonna play a role, what future partnerships they have coming is gonna play a role, who's behind it, how good the actual technology is. There's a lot more factors here, but this is just one kind of maybe good factor to look at to start your search in which of these like coins you might want to pick up. If you do think that if Bitcoin goes up in this next halving, it might lead to more interest in the whole space and a lot of altcoins interest returning in crypto gaming as well. Guys, another reason why crypto gaming like really fell off a lot was we had the pandemic. The pandemic ended, interest rates went up, so all the money went risk averse into treasuries because you could get this crazy yield with no risk, and all the people went from their homes out into the real world. And I experienced the same thing, went and traveled around Asia, Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, and I was in the real world. I was not playing video games. And I think this is kind of a similar thing that all of humanity just went through, but that's gonna start returning back to normal over time. So if you thought that real ownership on the blockchain was a big deal, is the future of gaming, then nothing fundamental has actually changed. Yes, some projects have failed to live up to expectations and we've learned a lot of lessons, but I still think the fundamental reasons why I was excited about on-chain gaming when I first got into this space are still true. And if that is true, then eventually more and more games, or at the very least, it will become one of the most popular types of games, will be games with real ownership. And if that's true, then, now is probably a good time to be looking into this stuff. So let's check out the Near website really quick. You can see this blockchain. This blockchain is built for an open web. It's created with simplicity in mind. Near is built from the ground up to be performant, secure, scalable, and eco-friendly. So it looks like they have named addresses, unique key stream, inexpensive, blazing fast, and reliable. Okay, that 1.2 second average transaction or block time, and then an average fee that's pretty low there. That's super low. So it does look like it could be a really good chain for gaming, and the 187,000 daily active users that they have does support that. But now I think, are we in the top 3? Yeah, we're in the top 3. So these are the 3 big dogs right now. The most active blockchains, top 3 most active blockchains in the crypto gaming space. Coming in at number 3 is Polygon. So Polygon, it's Matic is the coin. It is an ecosystem I have played games on. I think I've interviewed the head of gaming at Matic, I believe. That was like over maybe 2 years ago now, something like that. And you can see doing pretty well on a number of daily active wallets. However, there was a massive spike here, 113%. I believe a new game launched on Matic, which is what led to this super increase in average daily active users, but up to 188,000. Obviously, if we were looking at this list back in the end of 2023, Polygon would have been a lot lower, probably similar to Matic. But right now, up in the top 3, doing pretty good for itself. However, let's look at this market cap here. $8 billion market cap, fully diluted $8.6 billion market cap. So it is almost fully diluted. There's not a whole lot of dilution coming ahead. However, that is a big market cap on that one. Let's pull out the chart. You can see this was an ICO. Maybe it was, it wasn't super hyped or something, but this one's been out for a while, 2019, and we obviously did have a big spike in 2021. It actually peaked in December, so it was one of the late bloomers in the 2021 run up. Ran up to like $2.80, almost $3, and now we're back down to about 86 cents. But the market cap on this one is already huge, so you have to believe that Polygon is going to be a lot bigger than something like Wax, which is at a $200 million market cap, if you're buying this one over Wax based off of the current market cap that you're paying. But let's check out the Polygon website here. You can see this is the most adopted scaling technology. According to them, it's the most adopted at the very least. The value layer of the internet, the fundamental protocol that allows anyone to create and exchange value, powered by zero knowledge technology. I do have to say, as far as the websites go, this is like a really clean website. I love the animations that they have. This one just looks like super professionally done. And very cool, but definitely check this one out. Like I said, the number of daily users is not the only thing to look at. You also need to look at the team. You also need to look at the technology, and this is going to play a role in which of these blockchains is going to win out, which of them is going to have the most users, the most apps, the most games in the future. But we are now in the top 2. And number 2 might surprise you. The number 2 most used gaming blockchain at the beginning of 2024. So for some of you guys though, this is going to be exciting because I know a lot of people, especially if you watch Kaggy are going to be invested in this one. And number 2, most popular blockchain, Ronin, 194,000 average daily active wallets, up 48% on a month-over-month basis. If you guys don't know, Ronin is the layer 2 blockchain. I believe it's built on Ethereum that is built by the founders of Axie Infinity. So I know a lot of people know Axie Infinity, AXS, SLP. Well, Ronin is their blockchain that they built, and they recently opened it up for all developers, so anyone can build on Ronin now. And it's the number 2 most popular gaming blockchain as far as daily active wallets. Obviously, the popularity of Axie Infinity helped that out, but that is a big incentive. I think that is a big competitive advantage if you are a builder and you're trying to figure out, which blockchain do I want to launch my game on? Well, choosing a blockchain that has a lot of users gives you just a huge advantage, because there's still a lot of gates that you have to walk through or get through before you can actually play a Web3 game. One of those gates is you have to set up a wallet. So if you already have a wallet on Ronin because you play Axie Infinity, it's a lot easier to try out the other games that you can just use your same wallet on than if you're going on a brand new layer 1 blockchain like Flow and you're like, I don't have a Flow wallet. Oh, this is such a headache, or a Wax or anything else. Like, having users already on the blockchain means that this number of users is going to be far more likely to try out your game than if that's an additional hoop. They have to set up a brand new wallet, get a brand new key phrase. Oh, the headache. So that's why I think that the blockchains with the most users are going to attract the most games because those games can get the biggest immediate player bases, and that is going to attract more users and more games. And I think that kind of that social effect is going to be a really big competitive advantage going forward. So I think that, Ronin looks pretty cool here. It is up quite a bit on the 1 year compared to the others, but we're looking at just a $764 million market cap That is not one of the cheapest on this list, but I mean, hey, this is one of the most popular on the list. Now, fully diluted, we are looking at a $2.5 billion dollar market cap. So once again, not one of the most expensive, but also not one of the cheapest. You know, instantly compare that to Polygon, which is at 8.6 billion, and it's like, okay, well, 2.5 billion fully diluted for more users, you know, maybe that's reasonable, but you have to look at the technology that's underlying as well. So if we check out the Ronin website, once again, all these websites linked in the description. It says forged for game developers. Ronin is an EVM, which pretty much means that it's an Ethereum virtual machine blockchain, so built on Ethereum, crafted for developers building games with player-owned economies. So that's attractive as well. I think a lot of these blockchains are kind of like full Web3. Not every single one of these most used gaming blockchains are only for gaming. That's another kind of thing you have to look at. But Ronin is definitely built for gamers, by gamers, and it's a blockchain built by a game developing company that's using their blockchain for their own game. So I think that could definitely be an advantage and attract a lot of developers. But if we're looking overall here, this whole space, once again, is just in a much smaller place than it was, you know, back in 2021. But that's okay. Okay. But we are finally here. It is time to reveal number one. Now, I know what a lot of people who watch this channel are probably wondering, is number one Gala Games? Is it Gala Chain? No, it's not Gala Chain. Gala Chain, by the way, all this data comes from DApp Radar, which is a company that tracks the blockchain space, all of Web3. And this is a report that they just released a couple days ago. But Gala Chain did not even register on this list at all, which either means that it is so centralized that the data cannot be mined by the public, which is a bad sign, or it means that they just really don't have users playing their games right now, and they don't have transactions and daily active wallets that are actually active in the space. So it would mean if DApp Radar is able to track Gala Chain, that Gala has less than 50,000 daily active wallets, which I would buy into right now based on how big of an exodus we have seen from Gala Games, and it's why I think Mirandus needs to be a success if Gala Games is going to succeed. But enough about them. Let's look at the number one most popular gaming blockchain going into or at the beginning of 2024. This is BNB. Binance is the most popular gaming blockchain. Now, personally, I think a lot of the games on Binance are super low quality. However, you cannot deny the fact that Binance does have a ton of users. And if you're building a game, then building it on a chain that has a lot of users is potentially a good idea. However, that said, I'm pretty sure Binance was kind of just like a copy paste of Ethereum. So I don't think you're looking at the fastest transaction speeds. I don't think you're looking at the least expensive transaction fees either. However, 215,000 daily active wallets is pretty good, at least for the current state of on-chain gaming now. You can see it's down 9% month over month. The 1 year, it's almost flat, like a lot of the chains that are kind of moving with the market. And Max, it's up a lot more than a lot of things. You saw a lot of those chains have these big spikes and are far under where they've ever been. Binance, not quite so much. I mean, it was up at like $700 and now it's $300, so that is down quite a bit. But Binance is literally like one of the biggest blockchains out there. I mean, obviously it's under Ethereum, it's under Bitcoin, but it's up there. It's number 4. And yeah, you can see that in a market cap, $50 billion market cap for Binance. So that is a massive one. Like this is priced bigger than tech companies, like a lot of tech companies that do far more transaction volume than Binance. I'm talking like PayPal, companies like that. Binance is up there with them. So this is a big boy, and if you're buying Binance, then you believe that it's going to be used for far more than just a gaming blockchain, because to pay $50 billion for Binance, yeah, you have to believe in it for far more than just gaming. Obviously, we can check out the website here. It wants me to go to Binance US. But yeah, it looks like there's 175 million users total, but on a daily active basis, it's much, much less. And yeah, Binance is a lot more than just a blockchain. It's also a lot bigger outside of the US than inside the US because there's more regulations in the US. But there you have it, guys. The top 10 most popular blockchain gaming chains or gaming blockchains in 2024. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful in any way, remember to drop a big thumbs up. If you just watched this whole video and you're not subscribed yet, well, what are you doing? Make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss any future content. And until next time, everyone, have fun roaming the metaverse.